it's been pretty sad. We're not valued unless you do what we tell you to do. Unless you let us violate your rights, they're not going to value. It's all about control. And I was expecting a lot more lieutenants, captains, and so on stood up and said no. There was one captain that said no, and he got fired with us. No lieutenants. They care about themselves. They care about their careers, their safety and security. They don't, and I realize now that they don't value us. They might say it, but really they care about themselves first, and their safety, little safety and security. Nobody stood up for us. We were like, okay, well, if you don't want to get this jab, you're fired. And that's really what it came down to. And we don't care if you have 4 kids. We don't care if we put however many $1,000s into your training and you've given so much, including losing your roommate in the academy, and you've done all this training and you have all these skills that you use and you keep our community safe. We don't care anymore. You're gone if you don't get the jab. So that's not valued to me. I've been a Christian I accepted Christ when I was about 8 years old. And I've had rocky points where I it's easy in the good times to kind of, just live your life and not really read your Bible and trust in God because you don't need to, because it's easy. And I realized when the mandate came out, I was really stressed out and really it was really stressful. And I'm like, God's going to take care of me. You look to the Bible, and Daniel stood and prayed in front of people that were going to get him in trouble, and he got thrown in the lion's den, but he could have prayed and hid away and been fine, but he went, no, this is the right thing. And a lot of conservatives will say, well, I will give my life for my country. I can do that. But hardly any of them were willing to give their job. And that's really what this was, is I had to sacrifice my job to try to keep that freedom. I took that last one really with my kids. I came back from work, got back to work from Yakima, and I took that one knowing it was my last day in uniform, and so that I can remember and my kids can look back and go, our dad did not obey an illegal order and lost his whole career. And that for them, that's going to set a precedence for them. And they're going to remember that. Versus if I just caved and went and got the shot, they're going to be like, well, my dad did what he had to do to keep his job.